Watch this. So Kamala Harris went to Poland, and she was asked about the refugee crisis and will Poland take some refugees from Ukraine? And she had one of her classic Kamala Harris ridiculous responses where she cackles like an idiot. And here she did it again.
United States willing to make a specific allocation for Ukrainian refugees. And for President Duda, I wanted to know if you think, and if you asked the United States to specifically accept more refugees.
Okay. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Okay, I can first. Okay, so this time.
What is she doing? Don't come. She should have just ended with "Don't come."
Everyone.
I wouldn't want her job either. It's like she's an audience member at a sitcom taping, and she has to laugh on cue when nothing's funny. It's brutal. You know what I like about prison labor? They can't complain to anyone or make me answer questions. That's what I like about. Hi, Kamala, Jimmy Dore show. Why are you always laughing nervously like you have no idea what you're doing or why you are doing it? Is it because you have no idea what you're doing or why you are doing it? Follow-up question, is Ukraine a smaller country than Russia, and is Russia a country who invaded a smaller country, and is that wrong?
My favorite recording of her is the briefing.
Which briefing?
Where she's breaking down the Ukraine invasion.
Yeah. Oh, I should. I wish I would have played that video. She's breaking down what's going on over there. Oh, I can't believe I don't have that video. It's so ridiculous. She said, Ukraine is a smaller country, okay, and Russia is invading. They're a bigger country, okay, and they're invading, okay, and that's not okay.
So basically, that's wrong.
And basically, that's wrong.
Yes.
That's it. That's what she said. Oh, why don't I have that video? But anyway, the reason why I show you this is because she did it again. And that's just the weirdest thing. I'll play it one more time.
United States willing to make a specific allocation for Ukrainian refugees. And for President Duda, I wanted to know if you think, and if you asked the United States to specifically accept more refugees.
Okay. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Okay, I can first. Okay, so this time. Oh, it's brutal, dude. It really hurts to watch it.
It does. So watch. So now on The View, they play that clip and then they show this. This is what they say about it. You're not going to believe it.
Problem with any of the way she handled this, ladies. People are talking about it. That I personally think if she was a guy, they would never say it because they also made fun of Hillary's laugh. But I don't see them making fun of Pence's laugh or any of the other guys.
You know how people never make fun of male politicians? That's what she's saying. She's literally trying to say that people don't make fun of male politicians after 4 years of Trump and making fun of his hair and his orange skin. She's literally trying I could go back to everybody. We go back to George Bush and how stupid he is, and Dick Cheney. Are you kidding? Dan Quayle? This is what's called an American pastime. We get to make fun of our politicians.
I think just because Kamala was laughing as if she had been handed exonerating DNA evidence of a false imprisonment. What?
Yes. So watch this. This video gets worse, way worse. Watch this.
Laugh? Well, they don't laugh very much. But
He didn't even move the fly that was on his face for like an hour. So
it actually wasn't on his face. It was on.
And so there they are making fun of Pence.
They can't even
So they they immediately start making fun of Pence, which is fine. But why is that okay? But it's not okay to make fun of this because she's a woman and because she's of color. which is fucking what is that? There's a term. What is that? It's patronizing. Isn't that what that is?
I mean, they all have their pet ones. So Joy had if it was a guy, because that's her pet.
Yeah.
Like get out of thing, and then they're going to take it because she's a woman of color. Like that laugh is not good. It's really a bad.
Yeah.
No, like they're right. Pence doesn't laugh like that. Like Pence did have a fly in his face. He didn't move,
and everybody made fun of it. Okay, so what? It gets worse. Gets way worse.
His hair.
His hair.
To be fair, we did make fun of that fly.
We did.
To be fair, yeah.
And I don't know that it's about her laughing, because I agree. I think that would be very inappropriate, and that's something that they do to women.
Yeah.
I think that she has gone on multiple occasions a little bit underprepared with some of the questions that she's been asked. Lester Holt asked her a pretty basic question that she couldn't answer. So I don't know if it's a staff thing. She's not prepared enough. Perhaps she's not expecting the questions. I don't know what it is, but I think that's the issue. This is like the fourth or fifth time.
What it is that they constantly question the qualifications of black women, and that's why people are saying that she's unprepared. And
I disagree. I think she's
you
a
can
very
disagree, but
accomplished
that's the
woman.
truth of it. And so this is based in racism. This is based in misogyny.
There's another woman has a different. Even if you're another woman, and it looks like she might be even a woman of color, has a different point of view, you're just dismissed. Just like they would dismiss a white guy. Just dismiss, fuck you. You're not in the cult anymore. Fuck you. This is all about racism and misogyny. Do you understand that doesn't help? That's not going to help Kamala Harris. That's going to make people resent her more. That's going to make people resent you more. That's not how it works.
Wait till she trips up and thinks the Holocaust was white on white crime. How it turns.
Here we go. It gets worse.
And we're talking about a woman that has extensive experience abroad, extensive experience as an attorney.
She has extensive experience abroad?
Diplomacy?
Doing what? What is her extensive experience? This is the first time I've seen her. Well, she did go down to, was it Central America, and tell people don't come. Everybody made fun of her for that because she is the exact opposite of what she was saying a year earlier. And now she's here, and every time she shows up, she's embarrassing herself and the country. I don't care if she embarrasses the country, but.
This is extensive experience as the chief legal officer of one of our largest states in the country. And I think this is just much ado about nothing. I mean, we didn't talk about Vice President Pence's, the right didn't talk about his handling of the COVID epidemic, which I think, or the AIDS epidemic, which I think led to, thousands and thousands of deaths. And what they're talking about is her laugh. She was there as an emissary, really, and she wanted to reassure the NATO allies that as Russia steps up its attacks on Ukraine, that the United States.
What?
I think she thinks that Pence and Fauci are the same guy.
I think you're right.
Oh my God!
I think she just confused. I think she just confused Pence and Fauci, because Fauci was the guy who bumbled the AIDS up. I don't know, maybe not.
I don't remember ever reading about Pence's involvement.
I don't know, but
AIDS
that's
epidemic.
crazy that she said that. Everything she's saying that she was there to give NATO a reassuring chuckle. I guess that's what she was there for. She's our nation's Patch Adams, right? She's putting a clown nose on trouble. Here we go.
Best medicine, laughter.
Supportive. In fact, she's in, I think, Bulgaria right now. She is prepared. She is seasoned.
You can say those things, but there's no evidence of it that she's prepared or seasoned. She's prepared. She's in Bulgaria. She's prepared. She's seasoned. And what would be the evidence that she's prepared and seasoned? Because she never shows it. She keeps it a secret.
She made that chick choke on her coffee. Did you see that? Take coffee and start to choke as she was saying it?
Yes.
Broad, she gets wonderful marks across the board, but this is just something that I think happens to women, and especially black women.
And you're right.
Making excuses like that does not make, you're not tricking people into respecting her. You're not going to trick them. Oh, she said that this is just so, it's obviously what Kamala Harris does all the time is great. But what's even going to be funnier is that eventually in this clip, they're going to admit that her laughing is a problem. Well, I'm not kidding. I think I buried them, but here we go. Watch this.
Look, anybody who says that Kamala Harris is not a qualified person, that Kamala Harris is not a serious person, really needs to go back and check where that's coming from. Because if you...
It would come back from, it's coming from my observation of her public appearances. That's what it would be. Her public behavior. You know, the thing you're supposed to judge it on. Go ahead, Kurt.
The video you just saw yourself.
That's what I'd be basing it on. The video we just saw. And so now they're going to sit there and try to tell you, who are you going to believe? The View or your lying eyes? That's what they're doing.
Think a child of immigrants who is from Southeast Asia and has a Jamaican father, who grew up the way she grew up, went to law school in the best law schools, became, got to where she is, was one of the top prosecutors in asking questions in the Judiciary Committee when she was in the Senate.
She was one of the top prosecutors at asking questions. What did she even say? And now we're going to start making fun of you. And that will be
shattering my faith in everything.
Yes.
Not just Kamala, now like the whole system.
I think that happened because she's not serious or because she's not qualified, then you should go qualify your heart and qualify your opinions. But
qualify my what?
Your heart.
Oh, I didn't know.
If you don't think Kamala Harris is qualified, you need to go qualify your heart. You know, Kamala Harris didn't get a single delegate in the primary. Not one. Nobody would vote for Kamala Harris. You know that. Okay.
They do this all the time, right? They have an obsession over Kamala Harris laughing. Guess what? She laughs. I think it's a crutch she uses. This was a 50-minute.
She just admitted her laughing is a crutch that she uses. You just validated everybody's criticism of her. And now you're just whining because you like her and you don't like that people are saying mean things about her, but they're valid. You just admitted, that's just admitting the criticisms are valid. I'll play it again. Let me play it again.
She laughs. I think it's a crutch she uses.
She just said it. Yes, she laughs. I think it's a crutch she uses, and that's what we're pointing out, that would be the most inopportune time to launch into a laugh fit when someone asks you questions about refugees and Ukraine. That wasn't the only horrible part of the interview, by the way. I can't believe I don't have more of it.
There are multiple.
There are many parts of that press conference that were horrible. Cringe. I should have them all, but I just thought I showed you the worst part because that's the part everybody's talking about. And she's admitting it's bad. As Tim Dillon said, there are so many brilliant women out there in this country, and none of them are on The View.
This was a 50-minute, very serious press conference. They always do this. They take the 5 seconds where she laughs, and they play it over and over and over again.
It's not like she laughed for 15 minutes straight or was making balloon animals. So why don't they give her a pass? She wasn't making balloon animals, was she? There's more to this.
She made a poodle for the guy.
She spent 50 minutes
That
laughing.
was the final question.
And it was a very lengthy question. I think they were laughing at the fact that the question had
and it
8
was
parts
repetitive
to it.
because they had handled that.
Something just occurred to me because I was watching that movie Game Change last night, which is about Sarah Palin. It happened to be running on
something just occurred to her. I thought of something. We don't really actually give a shit about women. I just remembered that. Because if we did, we'd be embarrassed that Kamala Harris is embarrassing women. She's not doing it. As the first female vice president, she's not really making you proud.
Those years, everybody was on her case.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hang
on.
I think she really didn't know. She really didn't know what she was doing.
Now, this part you're not going to believe. So I hopefully this will start rewinding a little faster, because what Joy Behar does here is almost, it's, I guess, I don't know, it's probably the craziest thing I've ever heard. But let's listen.
During those years, everybody was on her case.
Yeah.
She's talking about Sarah Palin. During those years, everybody was making fun of Sarah Palin. She was a vice presidential nominee with John McCain. She was going to be the first female vice president if John McCain won. And then everybody made fun of her. And that was what, and is she outraged about that? Let's find out.
Correctly, I think. She really didn't know what she was doing.
Oh, it was okay to make fun of her because she really didn't know what she was doing. So it's okay to make fun of some women we don't like, but it's not okay to make fun of other women we don't like because we like them.
Well, if they met these women, they also wouldn't like them. Like, if they were hanging around Kamala, I'm sure they wouldn't get along.
Right?
I promise you.
Can you believe she said that? Yeah, we made fun of Sarah Palin for all those years, but she had it coming. Not like Kamala Harris. What? Do you see how batshit crazy these women are?
This reminds me of when Britney Spears, though. Like, well, how could they have been so mean to Britney Spears? You see those documentaries, you're like, George W. Bush, and it was okay. You're about, like, you guys did that.
Hey, let's go.
Really wasn't prepared.
She really didn't. And so maybe this is payback for that. Who knows? I just thought of that this minute. Maybe.
Well, she wasn't prepared. I mean, she could see Russia from her backyard and all of this nonsense.
Well,
so, and then they go on to make fun of another woman.
I know, they can't even resist.
They can't resist doing the same
the
thing they're trying to denounce right now, making fun of women in power. They did it themselves.
When she said Sarah Palin, she goes, I thought Sarah Palin. The other guy goes, oh, please. Like, she was ready to leap on it immediately. I should watch his show more.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being this unaware of yourself that you don't realize you're doing the exact thing you're criticizing? How come that's not misogyny? So it's okay if I make fun of Sarah Palin. That's not misogyny. So I wasn't misogynist then, but I'm misogynist now. How about you're a fucking moron? How about you should shut your fucking stupid mouth? How about you stop dividing the country and you start holding your leaders to a fucking standard so they don't act like moron, cackling idiots in public? How about that? How about you stop hiding behind your sexuality? How about that? Your fucking gender. You're hiding behind your fucking gender, and then you immediately do the thing you're castigating other people for doing. These people are the scum. There's no dumber people in the world than the people on The View. There's no bigger embarrassment to females than The View. And if you're a woman, you should be embarrassed of The View, and I bet you are.
Yeah, probably way ahead of you, I imagine.
Jesus Christ. I didn't like I was embarrassed of The Man Show as a man.
I was just going to say that.
I was embarrassed of The Man Show. Remember that show Jimmy Kimmel hosted with, I was embarrassed of that show.
Carolla and Juggies.
Good.
Yeah, Juggies and all. I was embarrassed of that show. As a man.
Yeah,
just like
that?
if you're a woman, you should be embarrassed of The View and the shit they're saying right now. All right. Let's see if there's anything more to this.
We went after her. We were hard on her. We were hard on her.
after
Now
this.
the right wants to be hard on
The
Kamala. It's
qualifications
possible.
for Kamala.
People
they
are
can't
still
compare.
angry about Sarah Palin. I mean, they're still mad at the Supreme Court for putting in somebody that we did, Bork, that we bought the guy. They're paying us back for that.
I do think there's something very particular.
So the only reason why anybody would ever criticize Kamala Harris is because they're angry about Sarah Palin. Holy shit. Or Robert Bork from the 80s. That's why they're criticizing Kamala Harris when she's humiliating herself in public, is because they have a grudge. It's not because it could possibly be real. But when you guys make fun of Sarah Palin, it's totally real, right? Yeah, okay.
that mindset's amazing because that's the built-in, like, yeah, obviously most things are a lie in a game, and that's fine and good, and they're just playing their game versus our, like, just to even think that is really a lot of projecting. I mean, it really is.
Whoa.
Kamala, look, they don't want Kamala Harris to be the person who's at bat to be the next nominee for Democrats. They want to make sure that they undermine her.
Believe me, if the Republicans could pick someone to run against, it would be Kamala Harris.
Yeah, really.
Believe me. If they could pick someone to run against, it would be Kamala Harris. Nobody likes Kamala Harris except these fucking nitwits on The View. And not even all of them. The one woman was actually clear mind.
Is the one who was shouted down.
The one who got shouted down and ridiculed.
So that she doesn't have an advantage if and when that
How
position
stupid
is
is this
open
woman?
and she tries to run for it. And I think it irks them. I think there were aspects about President Obama that irked some people. And yes, absolutely, there's a racial aspect to it.
All right, so Martha Raddatz is live in Lviv, Ukraine this Sunday on a special edition of This Week here on ABC, so check it out.
Okay, we will check it out. I don't know. That's another woman, Martha Raddatz. She's fantastic. I don't even know what that you saw it. You can't get dumber than that. You can't get dumber than that. Those people say someone else is dumb. They point their finger at Sarah Palin. Those women, they point their finger at who is dumber than them? Nobody. Maybe me. But other than that, and even me, high and dumb, can see how dumb they are. Wow. Anything you'd like to say to close it off, Kurt?
Well, I'm mainly worried about Italy. How will this affect my trip to Italy? How will
I mean, Steph, you're a woman of color. Well, are you insulted that they would hide behind their ethnicity and behind their race and their gender?
Well, first, Jimmy, I just want to say I love their hairstyles. I think that's really what I tune in for. What are they wearing? You know, oh my God, I love that dress. I turn it on mute and then I make up my own conversations, you know. Honestly, I'm cringing during the whole thing. And of course, you've already said it, you know, but the whole idea that they're doing all these identity politics and they're separating me and it's a black and white issue instead of she's an elected politician. And I don't know how elected she really was. Nobody really wanted Kamala Harris. But if you find yourself defending a politician that hasn't delivered on anything, go slap yourself.
That's right.
It's just another role. Like, it's like more casting. There's like people who only think about in terms of casting, you know? And so that's really, oh, she's great. She was cast as the vice president. And that's great casting. Like, that's all of them think like that.
That is, you're 100%.
And, you know, I kind of get you like all of a sudden, is that Anna Navarro on this show? Because all of a sudden I kind of want to start talking with like a little more of an accent, you know, because it gives me a little more spice to it. And everything, you know, like every so often I like want to throw down with that other woman beside me of color, you know, like to really make it happen. But they just drive me crazy. And especially it's like, it doesn't matter the color of Kamala Harris's skin. She's an awful person to represent America and in anything that's diplomatic in the world. And, you know, we talked about this, Jimmy. We've never seen a president of the United States throw under the bus their VP behind them during a State of the Union the way Joe Biden did.
He did. He threw her under the bus. And by the way,
one more thing I want to point out. Do any of these women on The View give two shits about Joe Biden's predatory behavior with young girls?
No.
Get over it. I'll be very hard.
Yeah. Get over it,
Jimmy.
All right, keep watching The View. That's what's considered good. Now you know why Joe Rogan gets 11 million downloads per show, because the alternative is listen to garbage like that. That's what's forced on you. Go ahead. What?
There's a real Housewives element to it where part of it's designed to suck that way. Every girlfriend I ever had, by the way, loved watching these train wreck shows, and were 100% aware of every single thing that I was aware of watching it. They were watching it to watch that. It's like to watch them be awful.
Hey, we got more dates for our 2022 stand-up tour. We're going everywhere. We're going to Dallas, Houston, Florida. We're going to Omaha, Des Moines, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Ohio, and Los Angeles. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our shows.